All right. Okay, thanks for getting on tonight's call. I know it's December 1st. It is a busy, busy month. We just got off Thanksgiving, and now with our winter holidays coming up quickly, I know it's a busy time of year. So, thank you so much for getting on the call live. I really appreciate it. Um, I'm going to try to give you some holiday survival tips just to keep you going. I know it's a tough time of year, but it's going to bring you into 2016, which is a booming time of year for our business. First off, I wanted to recognize some of our coaches from November. Hopefully, I posted this on the timeline, so hopefully, you guys liked or commented. Um, just it helps. It's nice when we cheer each other on. So, in the month of November, we had several people hit Success Club 10 or Success Club 5. We had Carrie who got 10, and Diana also got Success Club 10, and that was her first month hitting Success Club 10, which is awesome. We had Stephanie Albrecht who hit Success Club 6, which was her first time hitting Success Club. Casey with Success Club 6, who is very, very close to becoming an SC5 All Star, which is awesome. Megan Roberts also hit Success Club 5 for the first time. She had SC6. And Amanda Kirby hit it for the third month in a row, which makes it her first 3 full months in the business, which means that she has earned herself a free ticket to Summit, which is awesome. So, congratulations, Amanda. It's good to see you on the call. She is also just a recent, some of you might not know, she was a teacher, but she also decided to become a full-time Beachbody coach slash um, it's a dog walking business, right? Or pet sitting business, right? Both. Okay. Yeah. So that's awesome that she is able to now work from home and do both of those. We also had several coaches get Success Club points. Lisa, Lola, Chelsea, Mary, Rob, Sue, Jennifer, Shannon, and Debbie. And we had some new team members as well: Christine, Tom, Dana, Robert, Amanda, Lisa, Beth, and Gina. So we're excited to have all of those new coaches on our team. All right, I posted this in the group and it's now pinned to the top. So hopefully you saw this. I kind of included December and January because we're switching things up for January. Something we kind of reversed when we start our challenge groups and when we have our coach open houses. So this is just a heads up to be inviting in the month of December. So obviously, our team call was tonight. Our holiday hustle group continues to the end of the month. So if anyone wants to add anyone to the group, feel free to do so. I will probably add, I have a challenger who I think is not, she just purchased the Hammer and Chisel challenge pack, and I don't think she's going to wait until January. So I think for now, I will add her to the holiday hustle group. So if anyone else has anyone like that, feel free to add them to Holiday Hustle until we start our official Hammer and Chisel challenge group on January 4th. Our free group, December 7th, and our coach open house, don't forget, is also the week of December 7th as well. So those are both next week. In January, we will be back to our 4-week challenge group. So in January, we have our New Year's challenge group, which we're going to have to come up with a name for that. I just have New Year's challenge group for now, January 4th through the 31st. Our Hammer and Chisel group will be the actual 60 days. So it'll be a 2-month group. January 5th is our team call. January 9th, make sure you mark your calendars. That is the weekend of Super Saturday. Check your area. I know that they're starting to come out with their dates because I know Pittsburgh's is actually Friday. So there's ours will be on the 8th. So check in your area when your Super Saturday is going to be. You definitely want to be there. Live events are super, super important. Our free group in January will be the 11th through the 17th. We'll get back to our monthly coach opportunity calls, which will be the third Thursday of the month, which is January 21st at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And then our coach open house will be at the end of January. So those dates are just to keep in mind, write them down so you know what you have to invite to. All right, so Today was our hammer and chisel release day, which is always very exciting. It's usually a super crazy day, which today was a very crazy day for me, waiting to get those links and get them out to people. And it's amazing some of the people that are just anxiously waiting for them. But so it's out. Everything is good to go on the website. And in case you didn't know, which I'm sure you already know by now, they are going to be donating $5 for each program that's sold to Upward Bound House to help get some families off the streets this holiday season. And there are those 2 challenge pack offers, which is awesome. They have the Shakeology, our usual challenge pack, but then also the challenge pack with Energize and Recover. If you haven't tried Energize or Recover, it's definitely worth it. I loved Recover. I mean, I still love it, but I used it a ton with training for the marathon. So I'll definitely be using that with hammer and chisel. Okay, this is something new. Excuse me, my allergies are bothering me, so that was a gross noise. We are, so I've been talking to Sandy Tachi. She is a coach in our Fit Family Network. She is actually a leader of what is really the Fit for Life team. And we are going to do a group together. It's going to be called Back to the Basics, and it's going to be all about the 3 vital behaviors. And basically, it's going to be a 3-week group. It's going to be starting on December 7th. And because I know that we can get, especially when you're a newer coach, you don't have to be a brand new coach to do this group. You can still be a newer coach. So, sometimes it's hard to juggle and do all 3 vital behaviors. But really, when you understand exactly what you need to do each day and you focus on these each day, this is like the bread and butter. This is the what you need to be doing to grow this business every single day. So it's going to start next week. The first week, we're just going to focus on product of the product. The second week, we will add personal development. And then the third week will be product of the product, personal development, and building those relationships or, those contacts and invites. So we're going to give you tips and little ideas of what you can do to make sure that you're getting these vital behaviors in. So if you would like to be a part of that group, please let me know. I will also be making a post in our team page as well. All right, so I'm going to get started with our holiday survival tips, and then some of these are going to be obvious and maybe some, less obvious. But so speaking of the 3 vital behaviors, that is number 1, staying consistent with the 3 vital behaviors. Again, that's so important, what you need to be doing. I know we can get caught up in so many other things, and really it's just the basics. And I don't know if you guys listened to last week's National Wake Up Call. If you didn't, definitely listen to it. But I got this quote from the call. It says, "Life rewards action. Now is not the time to put your feet up." Because yes, it's a tempting time of year just to, sit back and, enjoy the holidays. And by all means, I'm going to enjoy my holidays, and I want all of you to enjoy your holidays as well. But you need to keep up with these 3 simple behaviors, yet very simple not to do. So we have the product of the product. So what program have you committed to in December? You definitely should be committed to something, and people should be able to tell what program you are doing. Are you drinking your Shakeology daily? That should be a given as well. Personal development. What book are you reading, or what are you listening to? Is your personal development helping you? So I know we can get personal development in so many different ways. You can watch YouTube videos, you can read books, you can listen to books, you can listen to the National Wake Up Calls, you can listen to our team call, other team calls, whatever it may be. But truly think about, is it helping you during whatever's going on in your life? Whether you need help with, maybe you're just thinking, this business isn't working for me. I'm doing the 3 vital behaviors every single day. I'm being consistent. Like, why isn't anything happening to me? Maybe you need to read something like The Compound Effect or The Slight Edge. If you're worried about maybe you're lacking some confidence. Maybe you need to pick up You're a Badass. You need to think about if your personal development is truly helping you, because that's why we should be diving into personal development each day. And are you making those connections? I love when Jenna used that word, so I like using that better than contacts and invites. So are you making those connections? Are you starting your conversations daily? So also from last week's National Wake Up Call, she talked about the most important question that you're going to ask is, how are you? So those daily conversations can simply be just saying, hi, Amanda, how are you? I mean, that I start so many of my conversations that way. So are you doing that daily? And then are you inviting to our Coach Open House, our Hammer and Scissor Challenge group, or our New Year's Challenge group? Our Coach Open House is next week. Right now is a really good time to sign up as a coach, because we know the next 3 months, and if you haven't been in the business, the next 3 months are pretty much the busiest months of the year. So to become a coach now and kind of learn a bit about the business, and start to have a presence on social media and whatnot, that it's the best time to start right now, because going into January, they're going to be able to help a lot of people, because people are looking for help in January. So make sure you're reminding people of that. All right, tip number 2. I need to drink water. Hold on. So I don't start coughing for you guys. So I just mentioned social media. Number 2 is have a strong presence on social media. This is really important. You want to make sure that your niche market knows that they can come to you in the new year. So a lot of people aren't necessarily starting right now. We already have challenge groups that have started back in November, and some 21-day fixers that are starting at the beginning of this month. But from now until January, you're not going to be really getting anyone brand new starting a program. It's going to be for the new year. So you want to make sure that they know that they can come to you. So that means that you should be posting 3 to 5 times a day. When you're posting, always post with a picture. That's really important, because if someone just is scrolling through Facebook and they just see a bunch of words, uh-oh, here it starts. They're not likely to stop. I don't know about you guys, but when I see a ton of text that doesn't have something like at the top, actually, when I see long post alerts, I'm actually usually curious. But you get that like warning, like, okay, this is going to be long. But if you just see a bunch of words, I'm most likely not going to stop and read that post. So make sure that you have a picture with your post. Ideas to share about, posting about your workouts, posting about Shakeology, about Hammer and Chisel, because that just came out. Our challenge group starting on the 4th. Post about coaching. I think this is a huge thing, because I see so many of the posts that our team posts, and for the most part you guys have great posts, but something that I don't necessarily see a lot about is coaching, about talking about coaching, talking about how it's helped you, how it's changed you, the positive things that you've gotten out of coaching. That is something that you definitely want to put out there. If you want to grow a team, you need to put it out there. And if you're not going to, sometimes it's easier to start out by posting about it on social media than necessarily inviting someone individually. So put it out there. Post about your struggles. So if this is a tough time of year for you, I know this is a tough time of year for me with parties and things going on to stay on track, post about that. We as coaches are not expected to be perfect at all. And if we are acting like we're perfect, how is anyone possibly going to even relate to us? You need to share what you're struggling about. So if you're struggling to get your workouts in, don't just not post on Facebook. Still post about how you're struggling. Share that with people. All right, post-holiday tips to stay on track, recipes for the holidays, post about things going on in your personal life, motivational quotes, incorporating personal development. Sorry, guys. Make sure that you're trying to add value to the people that are looking at your posts. Not every single post is going to have a ton of value, but you want to make sure that you are making an effort to add value in several of your posts. And share what makes you unique and relatable. That's always important. Okay, this is an idea I had for everyone. So I'm sure you have those list of people that you've either contacted that I'm sorry, guys, that keep, that are interested, but just won't, won't get that challenge pack or won't get started. Something's hesitating them, or maybe you've talked to coaching or talk to them about coaching, or maybe in the back of your mind, you just think that this coaching opportunity would be amazing for them. So there is a way, and I don't know if you guys have done this in the past, but you can actually create a Facebook friends list to interact with them most. And how you do that is that you go to your Facebook page, and on the left-hand side, there's towards the bottom, it says friends. And right next to it, if you put your mouse over it, it actually says more. And I don't know if you guys can see this because you guys are covering up some of it. But so you're going to click on more. And at the top, there's a place where you can click on something that says create list. And then you can actually name your list and add members. So ideas for lists, again, would be coach prospects, 20, maybe people that you've talked about, 21-day fix, maybe hammer and chisel, 3-day refresh, whatever it may be. You could just make it people to follow, you could name it. And all you do is add those names. Maybe it's people that you've already contacted with, and then that gets saved on the left-hand side. So on the left-hand side, when you get to Facebook, I know so many of us want to like mindlessly scroll through Facebook, and it can suck so much time, take away so much time. I know I get caught up in that too. But if you click on that list, you can actually pinpoint all those people that that you are thinking might want to join one of your challenge groups or sign up as a coach, and you can actually engage in their posts. So like their posts, comment on their posts. The more that you are commenting on their posts and liking their posts, the more likely that your posts are going to come up in their news feed as well. Facebook has all those crazy calculations like that. So that's another idea. All right, my last tip is to get out of your comfort zone. So many of us are scared to do this, but this is definitely really important. Some of those ways would be to share video. Maybe you might share a video of you working out. Another video you might share, maybe you want to share you personally inviting people to our challenge group in the new year. Maybe you want to post a video talking about the 21-day fix, maybe your 21-day fix journey. There's something about people actually seeing you talk and hearing your voice that helps them make more of a connection with you than just reading one of your posts. Share a before and after picture. I know that was always scary. My first time I did that, I like second guessed that post a million times, but it's definitely worth it. People appreciate that. They like seeing those results. You'll get a good response from it. Open up about something personal, maybe something that's going on in your life that you're struggling with. Maybe someone else can relate to it. So open up. Make more connections. So maybe you're not contacting people regularly. Maybe you're kind of a little bit nervous. Push yourself out of your comfort zone, make more connections. Make more invites to our challenge group. Share more about the coaching opportunity. Again, I know so many of you have goals about growing your team, and the only way you're going to do it is if you talk to people about the coaching opportunity. So invite more to our open house. That's an easy way to share the opportunity because it's not all on you. It's our whole team sharing about our journey as coaches. So invite them to the open house. Go to an event and talk to someone in person about coaching. Maybe you want to sign up for a certification. Look ahead. Maybe there's one of our live classes that you want to sign up for in the new year. And another one would be to start a blog or a like page. I know I've talked to many of you about the idea of starting a like page, so maybe now's the time to get out of your comfort zone and do so. So that is all I have for you. It's really important to take note of these different ideas that I gave you, to really finish this month strong and to go into 2016 this way, because I can tell you the resolution effect is the real deal. You can get a ton of business at the beginning of the year if you are staying consistent, because maybe it's not going to happen right now, but towards the end of the month, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be coming to you and want to get started for the new year. So does anyone have any questions about anything that I went over, or about the 3 Vital Behaviors group or anything? Diana?
Yeah, can you just go over what that 3 Vitals Behavior group is again? It sounded interesting, but I feel like I missed part of it.
Yeah. So the 3 Vital Behaviors. So Sandy and I were talking about how we just think that obviously that's the most important part of the business are those 3 vital behaviors, and people struggling maybe only getting some of the vital behaviors, not all of them. So our goal is to help you focus on one vital behavior at a time. Mm-hmm. So like the first week we'll focus on product to the product. Second week we will add on personal development, and then the last week the building relationships part.
Cool.
So that's for it's really for anybody, but
right.
It's obviously going to help newer and new
right.
coaches. So yep. So anyone that wants to be in it, or anyone that thinks that they have any new coaches that would want to be involved in that. All right. Any other questions? No? Okay. You guys are all in the leadership group, so we are going to have our leadership call next week. And then I'll mention it again for anyone listening to the call. Our business building group is always open to anyone that wants to join. It's being committed to the 3 vital behaviors and staying accountable and checking in daily in this group. So if anyone wants to be added to that group, please let me know. And our next leadership call will be a week from today at 9 o'clock. Casey, Kelly, and Carrie and I will be going to Winter Summit. Casey and I leave tomorrow, and Carrie and Kelly will be coming on Thursday. So hopefully we'll have some good info from that as well. Okay. Anything else? Okay. All right. Well, again, I know it's a busy time of year, so thanks again for logging on live. And as always, if you ever need anything, let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.